everybody. I'm in the van and I've started cooking. My eyes are a bit watery because I have been chopping the onions. They're done, so it's hard to hold a phone and I don't really have anywhere to prop it up to like show the whole cooking process. So I guess I'll just come back after every ingredient and show you guys, and then I'll show you once I have it all on the camping stove. Sorry, my eyes are really like burning and watery. Alrighty. So like I said, the first thing I did was chop up my onion. So I have my onion in there. It's not the whole onion, some of it's sitting there. But this is as much as I'm going to use. And I am not sure what I'm going to do next, but I'll come back and show you the next ingredient. I'm going to just mix everything in the pot, and then I will pour the liquids in and get this camping stove out and get it to boiling. Alrighty. And I did stop by the 99-cent store and got these garlic cloves. They didn't have the minced garlic, so I'm gonna chop these up next before I start opening the cans. Alrighty, so I added my few cloves of garlic there on top. And next, I guess I'm gonna start opening the cans. Maybe I'll start with my fire roasted and my collards. Okay, so I just added my garlic cloves in there, and I'm going to go on to opening the cans now. Okay, guys, I went ahead and added my tomatoes. The fire roasted tomatoes smell really good. Alright, I've added the black eyed peas, both cans in there, and next is going to be the collard greens, and I'm only going to add one can and stir up. Okay, guys, so with just the one can of collards, it looks good. I've kind of mixed it up. It's a little bit juicy from the juice from the tomatoes. I am going to add the chicken broth next. Alrighty, guys, so I'm not sure why my flash, I guess I had it off and I've been pausing, so I'm not able to actually turn it on. But this is my soup. I haven't started cooking it. You see, I don't have my stove out yet. But I got everything in the pot stirred up together. I got the chicken stock in, or chicken broth in. And I'm going to let it kind of simmer. I'm going to let it sit and mesh together while I pull the stove out and get that turned on. Then it'll probably be about 20 to 30 minutes to get all of this to boil up. But everything's pretty much already cooked from the cans. So there's nothing that really needs to be cooked through like meat. So really it's just heating it all up together, letting it simmer for a couple minutes after that, and it should be good to go. So I'll be back, and I will turn my flash on when I come back. Alrighty, guys, I'm back with the flash. You see my stove is on. The stuff is in the pot. That's how it looks, all mixed up with the broth and everything. And I still have like a half of, I believe that container I had of chicken broth was a quart. I still have about half a quart of chicken broth left, so if I need to put some more in. But it looks like a pretty good consistency of soup, and I think I said this before, but I only put in one can of collards, and I still have one can unopened. And it looks like, remember I told you earlier, it called for 3 collard green leaves. After mixing it up, I think if I add another can of collards, it would like be heavy on the collards and less everything else. I wanted everything to be pretty, all the same amount of ingredients in the soup, so it's nice, a nice consistency and a good mix of everything. So I'm going to just be letting this boil. Not sure how long. This is a 4-quart stock pan or pot. So we'll find out. Oh, I do have my other can of butane, so I'm hoping that this one lasts enough to cook this. But if not, I can switch it out and I won't get stuck in the middle of cooking. So I will be back to you probably when it starts to boil, because there's not much to see here now. Okay. Alrighty, guys. You see I have my sliding door fully opened. This is hot, but you see it's starting to boil already. So I'm gonna have to, I didn't bank on that handle being hot, so I'm gonna have to find something, maybe like a clean sock or something to use to open it. But it's already boiling. I still have my fire going under there. So it's just kind of waiting and letting everything get a nice simmer. You see, I have it kind of a little between max and minimum. I'm going to turn it down a bit and kind of let stuff slowly cook together now that it's at a boil. So I'll be back. All right, guys. So the food is done. The onions are, ooh, steamy. The onions were translucent. That's how I kind of know that it's cooked through. You can kind of see them sitting there. So I just have my pot sitting on a paper plate so it doesn't burn anything. And I'm going to let my stove cool down. Take my butane out. And it still feels, yep, I still have some in there. So it didn't use the whole thing, although it cooked for a while. Just pop the top back on my butane here. And George has been keeping me company. This is Mr. B's little teddy bear that I bought him. I keep forgetting to give it to him when he gets out the car, so I think I might keep him in here. And I've named him George, so he's kind of been keeping me company the last few days. But as soon as the oven is cooled down, I'll put it back in its case here. I called a Chinese restaurant in the area where I can go buy some white rice. They just sell it for $1 a cup. So I'm going to do that. I called my mom. I forgot to call her earlier to tell her to make some rice, but she said she had some wild rice that she made last night that she was going to use to put over it. And I'm going to go stop at a Chinese restaurant and just get a cup of white rice, and I'm going to put mine over it. But I'll probably take this whole pot to her house and use a ladle to scoop it out. And then earlier I bought more, I think they're up front, but I bought more of the, and I am kind of feeling a little sick. So I took some Dayquil while the food was boiling, but I bought some more of those 3-cup, what am I trying to say? The Tupperware things. So this is quite a bit of soup, as you can see. I mean, that's at least half full. So I'm going to give her some, and then I can put some in a Tupperware. And then when I get the rice from the Chinese place, I'll just scoop the rice into my Tupperware. And I'll probably eat it like that. But hopefully this comes out nice and lucky. It smells awesome in here. But yeah, that's the soup all done, steamy hot. So I'll probably come back to you guys real quick when I get this put in a bowl so you could like see how it looks without the steam and stuff. But other than that, I'm letting stuff cool down so I can kind of clean up my little area here. And I will talk to you guys in a bit.